In this video, I want to show you how to do a graph in Blackboard. And this is inside the assignment. So you would press the assignment title to get here, and this would be the submission box. And you have quite a list of tools here. And now, right on this side, if this is all you see, you need to open up your tools with this show less, show more icon over here. And to do the graph, to insert a graph or a table, here's the icon you would use right here, and you click on that, and you can determine your columns. Alright, so let's say you want a 5 column by 5 row table. Go ahead and insert it, and it doesn't look very it doesn't look like a table ought to look, but it'll get there. I'll show you how. Now let's make the headings here for some of these columns. Let's call this one stocks. Now, in order to get, so you see that here's the cell, right? So this is your column, and this is the first row. But if you remember, I asked for a table that was, I think, 5 columns by 5 rows. So where are the other columns? Well, they're right in here, and the how you get to them is not by hitting tab. Tab will in fact take you down to the next links. Okay. The way you move the cursor into the next cell to open up the next column is to use your arrow keys. Okay. Usually they're found on your keyboard by your right hand on the right bottom corner of your keyboard. All right. Use those arrow keys. And if I use the right arrow, I pop over here, and now all of a sudden, I'm actually in the next column, and I can put something like dollar delta 2000. Let's go May 2002. Okay. Now to get to the next one, I'll just hit the right arrow again, and I'll do something like, let's see, current price 2012. Okay? So we'll call these the column headings, and to distinguish them from the information that you're going to place in the columns, in the rows, and the cells below the headings, let's go ahead and put these, let's make these bold. So select it by double clicking, and then go to this, and this makes it bold. So here, select the whole thing, go up and make it bold, select the whole thing, go up and make it bold. Now what I want you to do, I may give you more column headings. We'll just see, and I will give you a list of stocks for you to do this on. But here's an example of one, just so you see what it is I want you to do. Now, excuse me. Let's just say it's a BMC. Okay. Now remember, don't tab, but hit the right arrow, and you know the left arrow will take you back, the down arrow takes you down, the up arrow takes you up. You got it. So here we go. Dollar delta. Now what I mean by dollar delta is the change in the price. So now let's just be, these are loose parameters. Somewhere around 2000, these stocks hit their peak, a very high peak, and then they lost everything sometime finally around the middle of the early part of the middle of 2002. So you need to find that high point and the low point within those 3 years, 2000, 2001, 2002. 2.5 and 3 years. So I know, looking at the graph here that I found on Yahoo Finance, be sure that you open up the max graphs for these. The high point was 80 to the low point. Now I'm guessing here, just because I don't actually have the interactive graph online right now, but it's going to be 15, 80 to 15. Now the current price is 40. Okay. So, excuse me. This is how you would enter data, And if you want to see what it's going to look like, right up here, you see this right here? This is preview. See that? So you click on it, and you should be able to see. I mean, here it is right here. See that? So the table is going to look very basic. It's not going to have the grid lines and all that. Although I suppose we may even be able to make that happen. But I'm content with this. Watch what happens when I add another stock. Let's do another one here. Now you'll have to redo some of these, but here's one. Let's see, eDig. So eDig. Now right arrow. Now the top is $15. 15 to the middle of 2002. It hits around 10 cents. Okay. So I would put 0.1 because that's 10 cents in terms of a dollar, right? The current price, oh my, I'll check on this, but I think it's somewhere like 5 cents. So that's how you would do it. Now I'm going to preview it again so you can see. Now if this happens to you, just expand it. See, there we go. And you can see how the table is taking shape. All right, and we'll fiddle with this. This is enough for our purposes right now. You'll fill out the columns, and it'll just look like a simple table. And when you finish with that, just go ahead and slip down over here. If I ask you to write anything else, if anytime you click outside the table, just hit enter. Whoops. Just click out and under, and so you can type underneath. I may ask you for some more information down there, but when you're done, now please do it in here. Part of the assignment is to make sure that you know how to expand these buttons and to find this material and to actually make it work for you in this space. Writing is going this way. All right, a large part of writing, you know, usually we think of writing in terms of form and content, but now it's going to be something like form and content and I don't know the exact word, but tools or whatnot, because there's a digital aspect that's entering into it. No matter how traditional you want to keep it, the economy, the technology, and the pulse of the culture is making this sort of writing more legitimate. And I think it's headed only into that realm of becoming even more the norm. So you do need to know how to figure out these things and make this data appear the way you want to in this space, in the digital space. Right. So please don't attach a file. All right. I want you to do it in this interactive space right here, and then just go ahead and submit. And I'm going to allow you to submit as many times as you need to. I'll grade the last submission. And this was just an example to show you how to do this, to get the table up and how to fiddle with this stuff. And, you know, of course, experiment with this. Like, I don't want any emotions in there, emoticons, but you know, find out the tools you have and see what you can do with this. You know, there's obviously an important one, and for this assignment here, of course, they go ahead and submit. We'll use this information to continue on our investigation with stocks in general, and I'm going to start moving into actually having us organize the data we have now into parts of an argument. So this sort of analysis is going to be useful, of course. When I give you the instructions, right now there's very little up here, but when I because the primary purpose of this was to show you this. But you need to read the instructions fully and work with the stocks I give you. I suggest Yahoo.com, Yahoo Finance, right? Yahoo.finance.com. Okay.